the word impossible. What does it truly mean? In your current understanding, it might represent a barrier, a limit to what can be achieved. But I say unto you, the impossible is merely that which has not yet been imagined into being. It is a temporary state, waiting to be transformed by the power of your consciousness. But what does it truly mean to repeat something 10 times, and how can this simple act manifest even the impossible? It is not a matter of mere repetition or positive thinking. It is a state of consciousness, a shift in your very being that aligns you with the creative power of the universe. It is about recognizing that your inner dialogue, your self-talk, is the very foundation upon which your reality is built. Let us delve deeper into this profound truth. Your outer world, every experience you have, every circumstance you encounter, is nothing more than a reflection of your inner world, your consciousness. It is a mirror, faithfully reflecting back to you the sum total of your beliefs, assumptions, and most importantly, your inner conversations. When you understand this, truly understand it, you realize that by carefully choosing and consistently repeating certain statements, even those that seem impossible, you are actively creating a new reality that will unfold in your experience. This understanding is crucial, for it shifts the entire paradigm of how you approach the impossible. No longer are you a helpless being at the mercy of external circumstances, hoping for favorable conditions. You become the active creator of your reality, knowing that as you repeat your chosen statement 10 times, with feeling and conviction, the universe must rearrange itself to match this new inner assumption. But how, you may ask, can mere repetition have such a profound and lasting impact? The answer lies in the creative power of your wonderful human imagination combined with the intensity of your feeling and belief. For your imagination is not a mere fantasy maker, and your feelings are not mere reactions to external stimuli. Together they form the very workshop in which reality is forged. Let us take a moment to truly understand this. Your subconscious mind, which is one with the universal creative force, does not distinguish between what you vividly imagine and feel as truly and what you actually experienced in the outer world. It accepts as true whatever you feel to be true in your inner conversations. And once it accepts an idea as true, it proceeds to bring it into manifestation in your physical reality, regardless of how long it takes in clock time or how impossible it may seem to your rational mind. So when you repeat a statement 10 times, especially one that seems impossible, you are not engaging in wishful thinking or self-deception. You are actively creating your new reality from within. You are aligning yourself with the creative power of the universe, allowing it to work through you and for you to manifest even the seemingly impossible. This, my dear listeners, is the essence of the power of repetition. It is about recognizing that the power to shape your reality lies within you, waiting to express through your conscious inner dialogue. It is about understanding that your outer world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner conversations, which can be radically altered by consistently repeating chosen statements, even those that currently seem impossible. Consider the biblical phrase, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." This is not a mere poetic expression or a vague spiritual concept. It is a statement of cosmic law, an invitation to recognize the power of your inner dialogue. When you repeat a statement times, especially one that seems impossible, you are thinking it in your heart. You are feeling its reality with every fiber of your being. And in that moment, you are changed. The outer manifestation may take time to catch up, but the inner transformation is instantaneous. But let me be clear, repeating a statement 10 times is not about forced repetition or strained affirmations. It is about a total immersion in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, of the impossible becoming possible. When you truly embody this practice, you naturally assume the thoughts, feelings, and inner conversations of the person who lives in the reality where the impossible has become possible. You go to sleep not as the person bound by current limitations, but as the person who has already experienced the manifestation of the impossible. Let us explore this further with an example. Imagine a person who desires to manifest something that seems utterly impossible, perhaps healing from an incurable disease or achieving a seemingly unattainable goal. Their outer reality shows no signs of this possibility. Now imagine this person deciding to repeat the statement, "Even the impossible is possible for me," 10 times with complete conviction and feeling. As they do so, they immerse themselves in the feeling of this statement being true. They feel the joy, the wonder, the gratitude of living in a world where even the impossible manifests for them. They allow this feeling to permeate every cell of their being. They repeat this statement not just with their lips, but with their entire consciousness. When they awaken, something has shifted. They may not see immediate external changes in their circumstances, but internally, they are no longer the same person. They have experienced the reality of a world where the impossible becomes possible, and this new self-concept begins to reshape their outer world. In the days and weeks that follow, they find themselves naturally acting with more confidence and expectancy. They approach challenges with a newfound sense of possibility. They make decisions and take actions aligned with their new assumption that even the impossible will manifest for them. And as they do so, their outer world begins to reflect this new inner state. Opportunities arise that they never would have noticed before. Solutions appear to problems that once seemed insurmountable. Their entire life begins to transform, all stemming from the simple act of repeating a powerful statement 10 times. This principle applies to every aspect of your life. Whether you desire to manifest health, wealth, love, or any other state of being that currently seems impossible, the key is to first assume it as true in your inner dialogue. Repeat the statement that aligns with your desire 10 times, feeling the reality of it being true. Fall asleep in that state, knowing that as you do so, you are planting a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind that must grow into your outer reality. Now I can hear some of you thinking, but Neville, can simply repeating a statement 10 times really make such a difference? Surely manifesting the impossible requires more than that. And to this I say it is not the mere repetition of words that creates the change, but the shift in consciousness that occurs when you repeat a statement with feeling and conviction. The repetition is a tool to impress upon your subconscious mind a new assumption, a new truth about the nature of your reality. Remember, the outer world is dead. It has no life of its own. It is your consciousness that gives life to your experiences. When you repeat statements that align with your current limitations, you are breathing life into a reality that perpetuates those limitations. But when you consciously choose to repeat statements that align with the manifestation of the impossible, you set in motion a series of events that must culminate in the outer expression of this new inner reality. This, my dear friends, is the true secret to manifesting even the impossible. It is about aligning your inner dialogue with the highest vision of yourself and your life. Recognizing that this desired reality is seeking expression through you and allowing it to flow into your experience through the power of your repeated statements and unwavering belief. But let me warn you, this shift in consciousness, this practice of repeating powerful statements 10 times is not always an easy task. The old habits of negative self-talk, of repeating limiting beliefs, are deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness. As you embark on this new way of thinking and speaking to yourself, you may find resistance arising within you. Doubts may creep in, old thought patterns may try to reassert themselves. When this happens, do not fight against these thoughts and feelings. Simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return to your chosen statement, repeating it again with renewed conviction. For the war is not won by battling against what you don't want, but by persistently embodying what you do want. This persistence, this unwavering commitment, repeating your chosen statement 10 times, even in the face of contrary evidence, is what allows you to truly manifest the impossible. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you're trying to listen to a particular station, you don't focus on eliminating all the other stations. You simply tune into the frequency you desire. In the same way, you don't need to fight against your current reality or forcefully push away thoughts of impossibility. You simply need to tune yourself to the frequency of possibility, to align your entire consciousness with the reality where even the impossible manifests for you. This tuning is done through your repeated statements and your ability to generate feeling states. Your inner dialogue is the dial that allows you to tune into different frequencies of experience. As you repeat your chosen statement times, as you feel the reality of it being true, you are tuning yourself to that frequency, allowing the corresponding experiences to flow into your life. But remember, my friends, this is not a one-time event. Repeating your chosen statement times is a practice, a way of life. It's a constant choice to maintain this new inner dialogue, regardless of appearances. Just as you wouldn't expect to stay in shape by exercising once, you cannot expect to manifest the impossible by repeating a statement once. This is about persistently aligning your inner conversations with your desired reality, about maintaining this consciousness day in and day out, until it becomes your new normal. As you do this, you will find that your perception of what is possible begins to shift. What once seemed impossible now appears as a natural unfolding of events. Challenges become opportunities for growth. You begin to see yourself as the empowered being you truly are, knowing that your inner art is constantly shaping your reality. Now, some of you may be wondering, but Neville, how can I maintain this practice of repeating my chosen statement 10 times when my current reality seems unchanged? How can I persist in feeling its truth when circumstances seem to contradict it? And to this I say, your imagination infused with feeling is more powerful than any circumstance. Consider for a moment, have you ever been deeply moved by a story, whether in a book or a movie? In those moments, were you not feeling real emotions based on imaginary events? Your feelings were real, even though the events were not happening in your physical reality. This is the power you must harness when you repeat your chosen statement 10 times. You must use your imagination to create scenarios that evoke the feelings associated with your statement being true. Imagine how you would feel if the impossible had already manifested for you. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the sense of wonder that would come with this reality. Feel these states as vividly and as consistently as you can as you repeat your statement. The key is to make your repetition as real to you as possible. Engage all your senses. Feel the textures associated with your desire fulfilled. Hear the sounds, smell the scents, taste the flavors. See the world through the eyes of the person who lives in the reality where the impossible has become possible. Make it so real that your rational mind cannot distinguish between this inner experience and physical reality. But here's a crucial point, my friends. The goal is not to repeat statements about specific events or circumstances. The goal is to capture the essence of the feeling state associated with living in a world where even the impossible manifests for you. For it is this feeling state that is the true attractor of your experiences. Let me illustrate this with an example. Instead of repeating, I will win the lottery 10 times, capture the feeling essence of living in a world of unlimited abundance. Repeat, I live in a world of infinite possibilities and abundance 10 times. Feel the security, the freedom, the joy that comes with this state. See yourself moving through life with the ease and confidence of someone who knows that even the impossible will manifest for them. By focusing on the feeling essence rather than specific outcomes, you allow the universe to bring your desire to you in ways that might far exceed your specific imaginings. You open yourself to possibilities beyond what your current mindset can conceive. This is the true art of manifesting the impossible through repetition. It's not about forcing yourself to believe something against all evidence. It's about aligning yourself with the truth of your divine nature, your oneness with the creative power of the universe. It's about repeating statements that resonate with the highest vision of who you truly are and what is possible for you. As you practice this, you may find that your outer world begins to shift in subtle ways. Perhaps you start to notice more synchronicity in your life, or you find yourself naturally making choices that align with your new assumption of possibility, or opportunities that once seemed impossible begin to present themselves. These are all signs that your inner shift, brought about by your repeated statements, is creating ripples in your outer reality. Don't discount these small changes. Celebrate them. See them as confirmation that the law is working, that your repeated statements are taking root. But don't become attached to them or anxiously look for them. Simply acknowledge them with gratitude and continue to repeat your chosen statement with conviction. As you persist in this practice, larger changes will begin to manifest. You may find yourself naturally attracting experiences that align with your new assumption of possibility. You may notice that challenges which once seemed insurmountable are now easily overcome. You may achieve goals you once thought impossible with an ease that feels miraculously. And as you continue to repeat your chosen statement 10 times each day, you'll discover that life becomes an exciting adventure of ever-expanding possibility. But remember, the outer manifestation is not the goal. The goal is the state of consciousness from which all desired experiences naturally flow. This is a crucial point, my friends. When you're truly embodying a state where even the impossible manifests for you, when you're fully living from this consciousness, you no longer need external circumstances to confirm your state. You're already whole, already complete, in your knowing that you live in a world of infinite possibility. And paradoxically, it's in this state of inner assurance that you're most likely to experience a life where the impossible becomes possible. Now, some of you might be thinking, but Neville, what about action? Don't we need to do things in the physical world to manifest the impossible? And to this I say, yes, action is part of the process. But it's inspired action, not anxious doing. When you're consistently repeating your chosen statement 10 times each day, living from the consciousness of possibility, ideas and opportunities will naturally present themselves to you. You'll feel inspired to take certain actions, to move in certain directions. These actions won't feel like struggle or effort. They'll feel natural, joyful, almost effortless. This is the difference between trying to make the impossible happen and allowing it to happen. When you're trying to force manifestation, actions feel stressful, born out of fear and doubt. When you're living from the consciousness of possibility, actions flow naturally from your aligned state, guided by an inner wisdom that knows exactly how to bring about the manifestation of even the seemingly impossible. Consider the example of a seed growing into a mighty oak tree. The seed doesn't strain to become a tree. It doesn't force itself to grow. It simply unfolds naturally, expressing its innate potential. You, my dear listeners, are no different. When you align yourself with the consciousness of possibility through your repeated statements, you allow your life to unfold naturally and beautifully, expressing the infinite potential that is your birthright. But let me be clear, this state of allowing is not passive. It requires an active use of your imagination, a deliberate and focused repetition of your chosen statement. It requires faith, not blind faith in external circumstances, but faith in the creative power of your consciousness and your ability to manifest even the impossible through your inner dialogue. This faith is not about believing that the impossible will become possible someday in the future. It's about knowing that you live in a world of infinite possibility now, in this very moment, and that your outer world must inevitably conform to this new inner reality. As you cultivate this faith, as you persist in repeating your chosen statement 10 times each day, you'll begin to see evidence of the impossible becoming possible in your outer world. These signs may start small: an unexpected solution to a problem, a chance encounter that leads to a breakthrough, a sudden insight that changes everything. Do not discount these signs, no matter how small they may seem, for they are confirmation that your inner world, shaped in each statement, is indeed shaping your outer reality. They are breadcrumbs leading you to the full realization of a life where even the impossible manifests for you. As we near the conclusion of our discussion, I want to address a common concern that arises when people first encounter this teaching. Many worry that focusing on repeating statements about the impossible becoming possible might somehow disconnect them from reality or lead to disappointment. But I assure you, my friends, the opposite is true. When you truly understand the principle of manifesting through repetition, you realize that you are not separate from reality. You are the creator of your reality. As you elevate your own consciousness by repeating powerful statements, you are elevating the consciousness of all. Your personal transformation, far from disconnecting you from reality, actually expands the field of possibilities for all. Moreover, when you are coming from a place of knowing that even the impossible will manifest for you, you naturally have more to give to others. You become a beacon of possibility, a living example of the power of consciousness to reshape reality. Your transformation creates a ripple effect, touching the lives of everyone you encounter with your newfound energy, confidence, and sense of infinite possibility. This is the true gift of repeating powerful statements and manifesting the impossible. It's not just about improving your individual circumstances, although that will happen. It's about aligning yourself with the fundamental nature of the universe, which is boundless potential. It's about recognizing your own divine nature and allowing it to express itself fully through you. In this state of alignment, of consistently repeating your chosen statement 10 times each day, you become a channel for the most beautiful expressions of life. Ideas flow to you effortlessly. Opportunities present themselves naturally. The right people and circumstances appear in your life at the perfect time. This is the magic of living from the consciousness of infinite possibility. But remember, this magic is not something external to you. It's not some cosmic force that you need to appease or manipulate. It is the natural expression of your own consciousness, when it's aligned with the truth of your being. You are the power. You are the magic. You are the one who makes the impossible possible through your repeated statements and unwavering belief. As we draw our time together to a close, I want to leave you with a final thought. The principle we've explored tonight, repeat this 10 times, even the impossible will manifest for you, is not just a technique. It's about recognizing your true nature as a divine creative being. It's about aligning your entire being with the fundamental truth of who you are and allowing your grandest expression to flow through you. When you live from this understanding, everything changes. The world becomes a friendly place, filled with infinite possibilities. You no longer see yourself as a small, separate being struggling against impossible odds. Instead, you recognize yourself as the author of your own reality, the creator of your own miraculous life. In this state, there's no need to fear the impossible or doubt your ability to manifest your deepest desires, for you understand that you are the source of all creation in your experience. Your job is simply to maintain the consciousness of possibility through your repeated statements, to live from this awareness, and to allow the universe to arrange the details of its manifestation. So, my dear friends, as you leave here tonight, I urge you to embrace this principle with all your heart. Don't see it as a technique to be applied occasionally, but as a way of life to be lived continuously. Choose your statement wisely, one that embodies the essence of the impossible becoming possible for you. Repeat it 10 times each day, not just with your lips, but with your entire being. Feel the naturalness of being the divine, limitless being you truly are. Live from this state, persist in this knowing, and watch as your world rearranges itself to match your vision, making even the impossible manifest before your eyes.